So good afternoon everyone.
Afternoon.
So Mark Stowe here of Stowe's Window Cleaning. As you can tell by my banner, more than a window cleaner. So we've all had these sort of now what moments in life. We get to that sort of stage, there's a challenge that rises up and you just think, now what am I going to do? And today I'm going to share with you my now what show. So, no further ado, chapter 1, you should see a doctor. It was the summer of 2003. I was 17 years old, getting close to my 18th birthday. Looking back, when you're 17, 18 years old, the whole world in front of you, the whole life in front of you, if you're lucky enough. But for me, it didn't really seem that way. It seemed very dark. It didn't really see much future at all. And I must have carried around that with an attitude and my sort of body language, my demeanour. And one of my older peers said to me, Mark, I think you should go and see a doctor. Okay, why is that? I think you've got depression. Okay. Of course, if you go and see a doctor, you say that, then whether you have or you haven't, you've got depression. So I left the doctors, like I said, 17 years old, and now I'm on these little tablets that I have to take every day to try and get me through life as it was. So easy back then when you think about it. And you can turn back time. No, I wouldn't do that if I could. So I probably went on for the next 6 months. I had sort of dead-end jobs. I was working on behalf of an agency, doing factory work, that sort of thing. My attitude was just as bad. And I started to do quite, not like rebellious things, but silly little things. Things like I was taking my tablets with alcohol on purpose
To see what would happen.
to see what would happen. And I think now looking back from the perspective I'm now living my life from, I think it was a case of I'm just trying to get someone's attention. If I can be the complete dick, right? Someone's going to come up to me and go, Mark, stop it. But no one ever did. So 6 months on, and I kind of realised that actually no one's coming to save you. Regardless of how much of an idiot you be, you're on your own. And I remember just getting up one day. I wasn't suicidal, so don't take this wrong. I'm like, what's my tablets? And I just thought, if I need to take this tablet to get through the day, what's the point? I need a new day. I can't keep living this kind of day. I need a new day to live. So I had the idea and took the decision right there and then. Didn't see a doctor, didn't go and speak to anybody. I just got my tablets, went into the garden, I sprayed them with the old Lynx Africa and set fire to them. And I literally just watched these things burn, and as they were burning, I was internally just thinking and watching my depression burn away with it. That makes sense? I was like, as they go, you'll go. Once that was over, I was like, now what? I didn't want to be at work 100 hours a week and look up to the family financially. I wanted to be in the family every day. So that was the next moment. Chapter 3, take a week off. We're going to summer 2008 now. So Bracken, that's my son, our little miracle boy. Bracken would have been just 2. Mandy hasn't had to work. It's been a struggle, don't get me wrong. Go shopping with a calculator and you pick it up, a pack of biscuits, no, it's gone over, put it back. Great times, great times. I was a lot slimmer then. So things were on the up. I still hadn't built my business enough to sustain our lifestyle, because by this point we moved into a little 2-bedroom terraced, which actually we're still there now actually. Wow, it's a long time. So these sort of more responsibilities, financial responsibilities, were starting to get a little bit bigger. I still didn't have a big enough business to sustain that. So I was still working a couple of days with someone else, that would pay my bills, and then my little bit was to build up my business. And kind of, it was a good thing that happened, but also a bad thing because it gave me a little bit of too much courage to speak up for myself. Had this have happened 6 months or a year later, this actually wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't have done what happened was, we pulled into this cul-de-sac, so I was window cleaning for another guy. And his theory was, if you see a sold sign at a house, we'll go knock on the door. He would go knock on the door to try and get the new custom. So obviously someone's moved in. Good idea, I thought. So I've probably been working for him, I don't know, maybe a year, thereabouts. And we pulled into this cul-de-sac, I saw a sold sign. I was like, go knock on the door, there's a new car, go knock on the door. No, I'll clean the house. No. But that's what you said you're going to do. Just go knock on the door, I'll clean the house. No. I was like, so I'm cleaning away. What's going on? What a stupid thing to say. Anyway, he didn't really like my tone, so we went home early that day. So, fair enough. And although actually I missed a bit. Sorry, I missed a bit. Rewind a little bit. I'm going to cut that out. So when he said that, I couldn't really figure it out. This is why I went home. I remember now. I said to him, if you don't go and knock on that door, because by this time, don't forget, I'm trying to build up my own window cleaning business. I said, if you don't go and knock on that door, I will. And that's why we went home, because he got the ump, but I said that. So fast forward a month, we come back down to this cul-de-sac, and he starts wandering off. So, where are you going? I'm going to go knock on that door. I said, wouldn't bother. He said, why is that? I said, because that's on my round. I said, what? I said, if you don't go and knock on that door last month, I said, I will. I went back that very evening to that same house and knocked on it the month previous, and I got the job. So as you can imagine, he wasn't too pleased. I don't suppose many of us would be, to be fair. So went straight home after that. He threw my money at me, said take a week off and think about what you've just done. There's another one that says, oh, now what am I doing? So part of me was thinking, as we're kind of told, you know, be a good boy, do as you're told, keep your mouth shut, keep your head down, do the work. And then I thought, yeah, fuck that, that's not me. So excuse my language.
Sorry, I'm just fine, yeah, it's fine.
I've already put £2 in there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just getting credit. With that, I was like, right, no, this is it. I'm free. I've got to go and make this work now. Let's just go for it. So I spent the next sort of few days canvassing, cleaning. And he called me back about a week later on the phone. I said, we need to talk about how we're going to move forward. I was like, what do you mean? He said, well, I need to know that I can trust you going forward. I said, don't worry about it. I said, what do you mean don't worry about it? I said, well, I've been canvassing a week and I don't need to come to work with you this week. And I just repeated that cycle again and again and again and again until I no longer had to push myself into the market, but the market was pulling me. And people were referring me and people were seeing me out on the streets. So that was an interesting little period. Now what?
Brilliant.